Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope that you guys can hear me clearly. Let me know that you guys can hear me. We ain't got no issues or nothing like that. We should I think that y'all can hear me. Okay. Come on in, like the video, all that great stuff. Y'all know what the housekeeping is, honey. Got a few topics that I'm going to chat with y'all about on today. Some not so great breaking news, in my opinion. We definitely got to talk about Tyrese and the envy saga of it all. Okay. From like beginning to end, because they've been going at it all week. So we'll start with, whatever they had going on at the top of the week and where we are at this point. Okay, girl, because the people have been cutting up when it comes to them. All right. In addition to that, I know somebody asked me to talk about the VMAs. I'm going to touch on it briefly. Don't have a whole lot to say. The only thing I really cared about for the most part were the rap girls, but we'll chat about that as well. And girl, it's been some old audio that done dropped to Miss Shirley Strawberry Honey. So y'all know we gonna have to talk about that. Ooh, okay, definitely got to talk about that. But before we get into that, how about this, y'all? It's the fact that I did not know that it was flooding in Atlanta yesterday. Like I was not aware of this. I did not know until I talked to the girls last night when we were getting ready to, do the show and stuff. And I was like, what? So I guess I've been out of the loop. I was doing my own thing. I didn't even know that it was going down the way that it was. So let me put that up on the screen just so y'all can kind of see what had been happening, y'all. This is Clark Atlanta, I do believe. Clark Atlanta University. And it was crazy. Let me see if there's any audio on this.
The aquarium is
Girl, the
flooded.
aquarium? I didn't
You
even
see
know.
them working.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, wow.
Look at this. That is crazy. Look at this. Jesus. That is girl, that's scary.
And this is just
Bro, you need to call. Damn,
Oh
Slim.
my God.
What? Yeah. Yeah, they good. Damn, Slim.
I did. Oh no. I didn't see this full video, y'all. So I'm kind of shocked by some of the stuff that I'm seeing. Oh no, the car is going down. Oh Lord. Oh, it's going that's frightening as hell.
bro. I need to record this for something, bro. Like, there's no way. Our whole building just flooded. Her foot is stuck in the door. The fridge is against the door, so we
Oh
can't
my
push her out,
God. Her foot
bro.
is
And she
stuck in the
fell when
door.
us, bro. Everything. Y'all, the aquarium
That's
is
crazy.
flooded.
Girl, this right here is like I did not know that. I don't know if any of you guys got caught in that. I didn't even know it rained. So in my area, it didn't even rain over here. Okay, so I was not aware of nothing that was going on, but they did say that this was like downtown, the downtown area, near Clark, Mercedes Benz, the Georgia Aquarium, like all up in there. That's like the area, and that is just so scary. It kind of makes me think a little bit about the time that we had that storm when it was the snow one, the ice snow storm or whatever, and a lot of people were like stuck on the highways for hours and hours and hours. Thank God for myself. I was like, my job was like 5 minutes from my house, and I had just went home to have lunch, and I was headed back to the office. By the time I made it back to the office, they were like, "Well, I don't even think I made it back." I think somebody called me and said, "Hey, you ain't got to come back. They shut the office down because of the snow." I turned around, y'all. When I kid y'all not, I turned around, headed back to the house. Keep in mind, my job is like 5 minutes or less from my house. It took me a whole hour to get home. I wasn't pressed about it too much, inch by inch, because I knew I wasn't far, But one of my close friends at the time, she worked out in the area that we worked at the same job, but she didn't live in this area. So I think she sat with her daughter, which is unfortunate because her job was out here as well as her daughter. She and her daughter sat in her car for like 12 hours. I think she almost ran out of gas, but she didn't. Almost, but she didn't. So that kind of makes me think. I know it's like different weather and stuff like that, but just I'm thinking about like the crisis and stuff is what I'm thinking about, like panic and all of that, you know? It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. I saw another guy the other day. Let me see if I can let me see if I can pull his up if he still has it on his page. Let me see real quick. Um Let me see. DJ Lavish. Let me, because his whole truck was just like towed the hell down. And I was like, oh my God, did he leave it up? Okay, yeah, he did. Here it is. Okay. All right. So this is his truck. Just like in it, like sinking, child. I can't. Just sad. And it's nothing he could do about it.
My car.
Mm.
Shit, man.
It's just horrible, y'all. And I'm wondering if insurance is even gonna cover stuff like this. Like this is the inside of his car. Like I can't take it. I cannot. I mean, I could just imagine the transmissions and everything that's probably messed up from all of this. That's crazy. That's scary. And you know who I really thought about? I thought about the people that, like you just ran downtown real quick. I just got to run downtown, drop this paperwork off, or I got to run over here real quick and do that. Da, 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 da. Those the people that I'm thinking about. The people that thought that they was just gonna run to the city real quick and get back. I mean, of course, I'm thinking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Um, of course, I'm thinking about everybody that was affected ultimately, but also the people that's like, I mean, they may live like 30 minutes, 20 minutes out or something. They just ran down there and it's just like, damn, like you done got caught up. You thought you was gonna make you a quick, let me move over here and go back. And you done got stuck in this weather. Like that right there is crazy. Um, Latasha says it always floods in the city because there is not any drains in the city. That is messed up. That's messed up. This is my first time ever seeing that hit like that in Atlanta, baby. Ooh, child, I didn't know what was going on. I literally found out late last night. I was like, damn, where the hell I been at? But I'm praying everything works out for everybody that was affected, by the storm, by the floods and everything. I really do, especially those college kids, because I can imagine what their parents are thinking and feeling, knowing that they have their kids away, away from home in college and all of their stuff is being damaged. I hope that girl is okay with her foot being stuck in the door because the refrigerator done slid against the door. They couldn't get it out. Like, girl, that's a lot. That is a lot. So I'm really hoping that everything is okay with them at this time. I don't know how insurance affects that and whether they're going to cover stuff like that or what's going to happen, but I just hope that everybody's okay. I don't know if there were any people that may have passed away due to it. I just know that a lot of people, were likely affected with their vehicles. And it's just sad because everybody, a lot of people don't have more than one car, more than one more than one vehicle. And then somebody's vehicle probably was just down and out on its last leg. And now it's probably completely gone. Like, it's just sad, y'all. But I just wanted to, show that to y'all and let y'all know what's really been out here going on. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. All right. Outside of the horrible situation happening, in Atlanta, there's another horrible situation that has happened, not to the same effect, okay? But this is horrible, okay? And this is Jeannie Mai and her boo, Jeezy. Y'all, I feel bad for Jeannie. I know some of y'all didn't care for her. I was one of those people that didn't care for Jeannie Mai in the beginning at first, but I feel I'm sad for her because we've already seen Jeannie Mai go through a public divorce, and what they're saying is that Jeezy has filed for a divorce from her after 2 years of marriage. And the crazy thing is, their daughter that they just had is about 2 years old herself, so they couldn't even make it past that. Girl, that is a mess. They're saying, let's get into this article over here on People. Let's see if we can get that on the screen real quick and see what they're saying here. All right, they're saying Jeezy and Jeannie Mai Jenkins are calling it quits. Now listen, any calling it quits or just Jeezy? Now they're saying the rapper, who's 45, filed for a divorce from the Real host, 44, on Thursday in Atlanta. Girl, that means yesterday. They said the couple were married for 2.5 years and had a prenuptial agreement in place. Now, Jeezy's filing says the former couple are currently living in a bona fide state of separation and that their marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope for reconciliation. Do you hear what I say? No hope. What? What happened? Because, when we go to Jeanni's page and stuff, all we really see is happy things on her page. That's all that we really see. It's just happy thought. Like she's promoting her man.
Yeah. Boom. Boom.
Oh, she's so cute.
Amy. Almost go. Boom. Oh, hi, God. Oh, gosh. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. God. Gosh. I want to thank you. Thank you for my family. God. Gosh. I want to thank you. Thank you for my food. And God. Gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh, she's too cute. Y'all, she posted this on September 6th. Baby, we just 9 days away, where we're getting this announcement of this divorce. She said, today I celebrate a remarkable milestone achieved by my husband, Jeezy. Now, y'all know his memoir, Adversity for Sale, has soared to the top list of the New York Times bestsellers list. She says, your story has always been an inspiration to me, but seeing it in print has left me even more in awe of your strength and wisdom. Girl, this is crazy. She says, I'm endlessly grateful for your voice in this world. Honored to walk beside you, my love. And he done walked his ass beside the sidewalk, okay? And took his ass down there into that courthouse and done filed for a mother divorce. You over there trying to walk beside him and he walking beside the courthouse. I cannot. I hate that for you, Jeanni. I just, because we already saw how she went through everything with the first husband. And I just felt like, I didn't see it for them either. I was glad. But of course, who wants to go through a divorce, right? All of that. I think he wanted some of her money and stuff. So it was a lot. I don't think Jeezy's going to really want any of her money. But the first husband did. And then cheated on her with a girl that they went on a trip with, a group trip with, and moving on with his life with this lady. And it was just a horrible situation for it to be so public. Luckily for Jeanni Mai, she can kind of hide behind the Instagram and all of that. She is not on a public platform like the real any television shows right now where she's having to answer for this. So at least she can go through this divorce differently than what, she went through the previous divorce. Let me see. I did find a screenshot of the court documents, at least one of them. So let me just tell y'all what it says. It says, comes now petitioner J. Wayne Jenkins is bringing this complaint for divorce and other relief against Jeanni Mai Jenkins. She is named as above the respondent. All right. They said the petitioner is now and has been a resident of the state of Georgia for 6 months. Next proceeding the filing of this complaint for divorce and other relief. Okay. They also go on to say what we pretty much heard in the People magazine, that the parties were married on or about March 27th of 2021, and they are currently living in a bona fide state of separation. Okay. And according to them people, they saying that it's no hope for reconciliation. They said the document also says that the rapper wants to share joint legal custody of their daughter. Reps for each did not immediately respond, so we're still waiting to hear exactly what it is they're going to say. Now, they got married in March of 2021. They ended up having their daughter in January of 2022. I'm not sure how long they were dating prior to them getting married, but I know she was really smitten by him. I mean, just really, really smitten by him. Girl, this is this right here a mess. They said he popped the question April 2020. Okay, so they got married like a year later, then had a baby, and then now, dang, that's sad. Now they're getting a divorce. I wonder what his relationships are like with the other moms of his children, because I could have sworn he was having issues with like one of his kids or something like that. And I feel like, how is your relationship with their mom? Maybe they got like some resentment about you, being so busy, being a rapper, not being available, whatever the case is. Girl, I'm wondering if that's what Jeanni Mai's issue could have been, and wanting him around more. Because a lot of times when she posts stuff on her page, it really was giving just her and the baby, maybe her mama. He wasn't really around a lot. I did see at one point he and her like took a trip overseas somewhere. Let me see if she got that on her page. This was a night, I think this was a Father's Day post that she made about him. Oh man, that's sad, y'all. That's messed up. She over here heavily promoting him. Girl, y'all over there having family fun day back in June and stuff. She over here highlighting you, promoting your book and stuff. Like a week or so ago, and you done hit this lady with this divorce. Child, I cannot. Is this the trip that they took? Yeah, to Vietnam. Yep, this was in May. So they don't. Well, that's when she posted it. We don't know when they truly went on the trip, but it seemed like they was all in love and stuff and happy, and I was loving that for her. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Do y'all thing. But I guess, this is a prime example. People be over there talking about relationship goals and all of that. But I mean, when you really look at it, we don't know what be going on in them folks' lives and what they, you know what I'm saying? We don't be knowing how he really treat her, how she treat him. We don't really be knowing what the hell going on. We just see the beautiful pics. Girl, this is cute. Look at y'all. Celebrate, having a good time out there in the vid to the nom, honey. Girl. Was that not enough bonding time? What has happened? Were y'all trying to reconnect at this point? We'll never know. I'm over here. I'm like, Jeanni, let us know something. Girl, we'll never know. We will never find out about what's been happening between them. They kept it so low key, and I don't blame them. But that's just where we are at this time. So it looks like they will be getting this divorce, and it's just sad. It's really sad because she already suffered a divorce and she didn't even really want any kids. And then she entered this marriage with Jeezy. He gives her something completely different. She has this beautiful little girl by him. And yeah, what do we see? They're getting a divorce. I wonder what the breaking point was for him to be the one to file. I question if Jeanni was the one that probably, y'all saw how Ralph tried to say that he told Drew he wanted the divorce and then Drew went down there and filed. Girl, I guess. But anyway, maybe she had the conversation with him about divorce and he was like, all right, I'll just go down there and file it, you know what I'm saying, in the morning or whatever like that. So I'm wondering who really wanted the divorce. Was it Jeezy or not? Because that Ralph and Drew tell it. Just because a person filed first don't mean that they was the ones to originally want it. So I don't know. I didn't see this coming at all. But good luck. Oh, I hate to say it to you, Jeanni. I hate to say it to you, girl, but good luck. I just hope that it works out for you. I hope it gets better for you. And that's really it. What I can appreciate, Jeanni, you getting with this black man. You didn't try to come off like a lot of women that are not black do, where they try to act like they're better or something like that because they're a man's preference. Hey, Sin, how are you? He treats me so much better. It's just something different when you get with a black man and this, that, and the other, and da, 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 da. Yeah, I appreciate you not trying to be like that. Hey, Erica Mino, girl, how are you? Not too good now that you losing jobs, but we hate it. But either way, you know what I'm saying? At least we haven't heard any stories of him being out here cheating on you or none of that type of stuff. So I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't know what he was doing. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing, but at least we didn't hear nothing about it. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, girl, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm glad you weren't being so boastful. Girl, that is truly embarrassing, honey, girl. See, that's why, girl, you just gotta be humble because where you at today may not be where you're gonna be at next year, honey. But like I said, girl, good luck. Let's keep going. Can we talk about the VMAs just briefly? Let's talk about the VMAs, okay? These three ladies hit the pink carpet. And why did it take me? Why am I delayed on realizing that the carpet was pink? Duh. Like Nicki Minaj was hosting it. Duh. Of course the carpet gonna be pink. Okay. The ladies hit the pink carpet. This is Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and Cardi B. In my personal, I do think all of the ladies look good. However, I did not like Doja Cat's makeup. And I did not see her makeup. I saw it when I was grabbing the photo, and I said, "Oh no, Doja, what's going on? I know you don't have no eyebrows, but what is this?" You know, body is banging though. And I feel like nobody could wear that outfit like Doja Cat could actually wear that outfit and truly rock it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could rock it like Doja. Doja Cat performed. And I told y'all, if y'all was watching the panel last night, girl, I wasn't too keen on no demon this, demon that. Okay. I was like, girl, I don't know about you, honey. But I will say this, she is such a great performer. Like, I really could not keep my eyes off of her. And her song really wasn't even about no damn demons. You know what I'm saying? She just wanted to spit her SHI, talk her big girl SHI, which is what I like. And then she said something like, "Now how my demons," something she was saying or whatever. But I don't think it was as deep as I thought that it was going to be. So I think that she did a great job. I loved Megan and Cardi's performance. You know, it was definitely giving all the theatrics and stuff. I think they did a great job. I mentioned this the other day, or at least last night. Y'all know they dropped a new song called Bungos. I'll be honest, when I first saw the video, I actually liked the video more than I liked the song. I wasn't really crazy about the song. I was like, okay, this cute, this all right. You know, liked the video more. I got in the car, and y'all, can y'all believe it, girl? My mama wanted to hear the song in the car. Honey. I said, okay, girl, let me play this. I played it in the car, and it was giving. Okay, it was definitely giving. And I said, I like this. Like, my mama said, yeah. She was like, because I like the video more than the song. I said, me too. And she was like, but it hits different in the car. I said, it do. But I'm over here like, girl, what you know about a bongo? You better sit it, girl. Don't play. Girl, you better a bongo in that house. Hello, you was sit down. But anyway, she liked the song. I liked it, but when I saw the performance is what really made me be like, okay, but you got me. I'm in. I'm in, girls. I'm in. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. So I do like the song. Performance was great. Video was great. I loved how they brought that, I guess like that tropical feel or whatever to the show. Loved it, loved it, loved it. They did a great job. Okay. What I did not like about the VMAs, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the writer strike or something, but I did not like the fact that they had Nikki hosting but not hosting. I was like, because I mean, Nikki came out in the beginning. I think Wayne opened up the show, which was cool. Wayne gonna always give a good performance. And after that, I don't think I saw Nikki at no more. I'm like, girl, now where is the Nikki at? Bitch? We watched it. We came to see the show because we knew Nikki was hosting. And I feel a way that we didn't get the full amount of Nick. We got other folks. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. We appreciate it. She gave us a few looks. Whatever. Right? What else happened? Nikki did perform. So she hit the carpet. I think out of these looks that she had that night, one of my faves was the brown outfit. That brown outfit and that hairstyle. I said, come on, Nick. Come on, girl. You better give me what I need. Okay. I've had a love hate with you, but right now I'm loving you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving you, girl. I love when Nikki wears her black hair. It just hit different. It's a different type of Barbie when she has the black hair. Like, I just love it. You know, I mean, sometimes when she wear her pink, it's like, okay, bitch, you giving us cute, but it just hits so much. I don't know. For me, everybody's there. I just feel like I feel her more when she got that black hair, that long. Like, I love it. Let's keep it up. She performs, I think twice. Okay. The first time she sung her song, when I first heard this song on her page, I was like, girl, go away from me with this, Nikki. I'm not going to play with you, girl. When she performed it, it actually wasn't that bad to me when she performed it. But what I loved was the snippet that she gave us at the end. When she showed this piece of her body, I knew she was going to give us more. I knew she was going to give us, because I said, Nikki, you did not come here to have us listening to you sing and you not give us nothing else. I refuse to believe. Girl, don't play. So when she revealed this part of her outfit, I said, okay, she finna take that off, more finna come. And she hit us with a rap that we were not expecting at all. And I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, yes, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Let's get into it. You talking about you look up to her? No, but you really look up to me. Okay. And I took that. I felt like that was like, I guess they say a double entendre. Like, yeah, you don't want to admit that you look up to me, but also BIT, my accolades are so high, you ain't got no choice that when you look up, that you looking up to me. Like, I was like, you better go, bitch. I don't care what nobody's talking about. Like I loved it. I thought she did great. She came out, she did Red Ruby the Sleeves, I believe it was, and then she did Itty Bitty, and I was like, okay, Nick, I'm looking for. I want to see what this album from the hit, and let me tell you, one of the best albums, in my personal opinion, that Nicki Minaj dropped was the very first one. The very first album, I can listen to that shit on repeat. That's my album. I think Pink Print was good too. And I think I had my expectations so high for Queen that when Queen dropped, it was like a different sound than what I was expecting. And I really didn't like that album at all. But yeah, if she giving us Pink Print too, like don't play with us. Okay, girl, if you're gonna be bringing it, bring it if you gonna bring it. Okay, but overall I think the VMAs were cool. I appreciated the flavor of black people that we did get, and primarily I feel like we got that because it is the hip hop anniversary, so they gave us a little something, but I do feel like they could have given us more. All the camera time that they spent showing us Taylor Swift, you could have cropped some of her out, took some of these K-pop people out, and you could have gave us more hip hop. And that's just in my personal. I also saw a post by Victoria Monet. Actually, let me see if I'm able to pull that up, because a lot of people were advocating for Victoria Monet to be a part of the show. And y'all know she's been around for a very long time. Now, she might be, just now becoming well known to a lot of people as an artist. But honestly, she's been around for like a long time. She's been writing music for a hell of a lot of people. And it's time for her to shine. She has a very viral song over on TikTok. She's dropped a lot of music and stuff. She has a beautiful voice. She's a great performer. So I'm like, I would love to see how far she gets later in her career. I wonder if she'll get even just half or somewhere close, an inch or two or three close to like how far Beyonce has gotten, because I don't know, it's something about her. I'm like, I could see her I don't know, I could see her in that lane, getting up there to have that same type of work ethic as Beyonce to achieve all of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So a lot of people were advocating for her, and they're like, how y'all gonna have this and y'all not gonna have Victoria? That's crazy. So she says, I see your advocacy for me to have performed tonight, and I'm so grateful to you. Sincerely, she says, sincerely, my team was told it is too early in my story, quotation marks, for that opportunity. So we will keep working. I'm grateful for you, for my tour starting this Friday, and for the ability to see some of my favorite people perform tonight and receive the love they so deserve. For me, it's a part of the story, and it's in God's hands, or it's in God's time. Now, for me, I disagree with the statement that is too early, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I likes Callie. Okay, got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me lobster and pasta. Okay, I likes her. I loved when she was performing. I said, you better be a new artist coming out here doing your thing and dancing and rocking and doing what you need to do. Give it to us, girl. However, they gave her a second performance, which I appreciate, and it's no disrespect to her, but y'all could have gave that second set to Victoria Monet. It's no disrespect. People need to hear more of Callie's music. I said Callie's people are working, not trying to take nothing away from her, but I truly feel like y'all could have squeezed Victoria in. Her song is like still doing numbers like all summer and before that. So I feel like it was an excuse. And here's the other thing. I don't know much about Callie's story, but to know that Victoria has been affiliated with the industry for years, and then you come to the front and you have the audacity to say that it's too early in her story, who is that person? Girl, somebody leaked that. Who said that? Leak that information so we can have a conversation. Come outside. We just want to talk. We just want to talk. We just want to talk. What you got to say? All right. So yeah, I felt like they could have made room for her. They could have, but they chose not to. But it's all good, because when she does get her time, it's gonna be bigger than that. So definitely wishing her all the best, and can't wait to see like what else is gonna be in store for her. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I think that was really it when it came down to the VMAs. Nothing else, nothing major. Hopefully they continue to have more black performers next year. We would like to see it, possibly, you know. Because I feel like their ratings may have gone up because y'all had all the major girls in the building. Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. Girl, I don't know when the last time we got that. So you had all the major girls in the building. So you know everybody was really tuning in because the ladies are running hip hop right now. The guys ain't really doing or talking about nothing. For real, for real. So I just wonder how they're gonna, do things, do some stuff next year. But I think that's it. I mean, P. Diddy got awarded. Congrats to him, whatever. Um, Even though he over here giving people they publishing back and then gonna turn around and say these people they gotta sign an NDA so they don't never talk bad about him or bad boy. Baby, if you don't get your bad ass away from me, just give me what you owe me. Okay? Give me what you owe me. Don't be trying to tell me what I can and cannot do. If I want to talk about y'all, I'm gonna talk about y'all. But if you don't want me to talk about y'all for me to get my stuff, then I'll let somebody else do it. Period. But whatever. So they'll figure that out. All right. So let's see what else I want to get into real quick. Ooh, 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 ooh. Before we get into the envy and the Tyrese. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Shout out to prison calls. I want to make sure that I say their name. Calls from prison. I think that's right. Ooh, I don't want to mess their name up. Let me make sure I have it right. Calls from a prison, or is it? Let me see. Let me see. Yes, phone calls from prison. I was almost right. Phone calls from prison. Shout out to them. Okay, because when I tell you they have been keeping their foot on Miss Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto's neck, baby, because he surely thought she was gonna be able to slide on the ice like her escapades or whatever and get Yaya with the marmalade. She thought she was gonna be able to slide over there and offer an apology to Steve Harvey and not give one to her daughter and give us a piece of a tear here and a piece of a tear there, and thought that the people was not gonna continue to be on her ass. Come on, Mama Joyce. Ain't no mountain high enough on the river wide enough to keep me off your ass. So the lady has been continuing to leak the calls. She has been continuing to leak the calls. And in this call that I'm about to play for y'all, Shirley is pretty much telling him he need to get his shit in order. Okay, when it comes to like, I guess like his finances or whatever, like this was a call that took place earlier on when he first got arrested. Y'all know he got arrested in July of 2022, and this phone call is from October of 2022. Now a lot of people might be wondering who Shirley Strawberry is, because I did just dive and jump into it. But Shirley Strawberry is a co-host on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Okay. Shirley has been a part of the morning show for quite some time, a very long time. And she ended up meeting this man that is known to be her husband, Mr. Ernest. And from what I understand, she met him by way of a friend. They dated for some time. They got married, I want to say in like 2015 or whatnot. And from what I saw on my end, from the county that I could see in Georgia, he has arrest records dating back to 2019. I believe I saw one for 2018, but I know for sure back to 2019. Okay. He was recently arrested last year due to a $1 million fraud scam or something that was taking place, that they're alleging he was running alongside one of his female counterparts, friends, whoever she is to him, this week, next month, next year. Okay. Whoever she is, they was running some type of scams by the people. And yeah, they got locked up. Okay. They ended up getting caught up. I think they had some rental scams or something that was going on. I think that's what led to him originally being arrested. Now he thought that he was going to be able to get out. He thought they was going to be able to get out, or he was going to be able to get out. And girl, here we are a year later, literally. And he's still on lockdown. Now, these calls that you will find on phone calls from prison are calls that date back to, I believe, September of last year. But they're saying that Shirley has stopped communication with him as of like May of this year, right? Something like that, some around May of this year. Now, she has some slick things to say about Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie, which I really don't think was that bad. And what she said was she just highlighted the fact that Steve Harvey was breathing heavy as he came upstairs. He has access to a full gym in his home, and he got the money, the access to, not be huffing and puffing all over the place. But, I guess that, Mr. Ernesto is what he would like to go by, but Mr. Ernest thought that it was just so funny, the fact that Steve was wheezing as he was coming up the stairs or whatever. And then Shirley also referenced that Steve Harvey's wife doesn't like them or considers them to be the help, is what she said on the call. And she also talked as though she couldn't do Marjorie, like Marjorie's not her favorite person and she don't really care for her. That's the energy that I got, okay? Once all of that started to go viral, because keep in mind, these calls been out there for like a minute, as well as like his Zoom court meetings, all of that, like the news about Shirley and this man really has been around for a minute, but it's just now gaining steam. And now that it's gained steam, it's gained attention by Steve and his wife, okay, Marjorie. So also, this is another aspect of Shirley Strawberry on Steve Harvey's morning show. She does this letter called the Strawberry Letter, where people write in, they're seeking for advice. She gives them advice. Whole time, her life has been in shambles on its own. Okay, I feel like that's not an uncommon thing. When people going through stuff, they rather talk about other folks' stuff than their own, whatever it is, what it is. Okay, but she finally addresses her own Strawberry Letter. And her Strawberry Letter really consisted of a piece of the background between she and him and a ton of apology to Steve Harvey and his wife. Not much of an apology to her daughter when she said something about her mental or something and labeled her as a hater, and just the slick things that she said on the call to this man about her own daughter. All right. I think an apology should have been given to her, but it is what it is. Okay. So that's that. Steve gave his spiel about some things, and I guess that they are, on one accord, okay, at this time, because Steve was trying to tell her, you too old to be losing everything, because Shirley lost her car. She had some issues with the home. I think she had to move out of the home and go stay with somebody else. So this man has had her tied the hell up, okay, in so many words. And I was one to believe that Shirley may not have known a lot about what he had going on. But girl, when you listen to the calls that I'm about to play, did she not know? Girl, let me hush up and just play it so y'all can check it out. Listen to this.
When you get out of there, I mean, we got to just get all this stuff in order. This is just too much. You can't be moving like you're moving and your stuff isn't in order,
Okay, so what you mean by that?
What do you mean? You can't be moving around. Listen, this is what I mean by that. You how you move all around the city and all that kind of stuff, You know what I'm saying? And your stuff is in order. That's why you got picked up, because you have warrants. You got to get the stuff taken care of. That's what I'm talking about. You got to get expunged. That's what I mean.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we've been married 8 years. You've been to jail 3 times in 8 years?
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to get this stuff taken care of.
And that's what I'm talking about too, Shirley. Did you know about some of this, girl? We over here trying to have a little sympathy for you. You over here giving us woe is me, and you over here talking about this man been arrested. How long? Girl, that ain't my business. Let me press play. I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's just enough. I can't. It's a lot on me. It's a lot on you too. I know, but this is a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a whole lot. So let's get whatever you have to get expunged. Take care of it. Write the stuff down and take care of it. Get it taken care of.
Okay.
I mean, is that fair? That's fair, right?
That makes sense. That makes sense. No, all what you're saying is valid.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
When we got together, you asked me about my credit. I didn't know about my credit, but yeah, get your stuff together. Get your record expunged. Find out if you have warrants. All this kind of stuff.
Well,
that needs to be.
First of all, I didn't know I had none, because my radio, it tells me if we got warrants and everything. So, and I got to go put them on a countersuit now, because I'm calling before I even move. Do I have anything on me? So they're saying that they never had none. So you understand what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, I get it.
So now I had to go countersuit, because that was incorrect information they was giving me.
Right. So that's good. That's good, because that didn't sound like you to just be moving around knowing you have outstanding stuff. It didn't sound like you, but it is what it is. You know, if you need your attorney to look into it, just get it taken care of. That's all. Because this, you know, this is, you don't need to be out here, you know, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
Okay, well, now what's next? What else done kicked off?
Oh, nothing.
Are you sure? Yeah, you don't tell me about so much.
Yeah, I tell you more than you tell me. And then when I tell you stuff, then you just take it someplace where it don't even need to go. Now we don't even have a house because of stuff. Well, you wanted to get out of there. I just kept hearing about the bugs and blah, 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 blah. You wanted to get out of there. But we left, and we didn't even have a sure place to go. And I knew better than that.
Okay. All right. Well, you got it. You got it. Well, let's see what's going on in the next quarter then. The next quarter.
That was poor.
No, he didn't say you got it because he ain't got no comeback.
Poor planning. Poor planning.
We'll see what the next quarter got for us.
And then the movers just threw my stuff in there.
Okay.
It's no kind of organization.
What you gonna do?
No kind of organization.
I want to hear that part. So while you talking,
what?
I heard that. I've been hearing.
What?
So what you gonna do when God bless you with more, tenfold? What you gonna do then?
Well, then I'll just take that, and I'll, you know, that's cool. But guess how God blesses you when you are a good steward of the things that He has already blessed you with.
That's right. So guess what? We're gonna continue getting our blessings in Jesus' name. We're gonna continue getting big blessings. You best to believe it. So what I ain't gonna do, I'm not gonna stress myself out in here, and when I get out, I definitely ain't gonna do that no more. I had to realize how old I am. I was fine. I thought about it all day. All you say, don't be laughing. Now you got to take things here. I do be taking things here. You say I laugh all the time. Yeah.
I don't say it all the time. I just, you know, sometimes you just laugh, and it seems like it's a serious moment. Like when we went to court that time, you were laughing. Remember?
Well, what happened?
You remember that?
I don't want to say the wrong thing, incriminate myself, because I know when you see me laugh, because I know a person be lying, and I really want to say something and bust them out, but yeah, that's all. I didn't know person how they be doing.
Just don't laugh. Just control it. Why can't you control the laugh? That's it. Just don't say anything.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You're right. You're sure right.
Just don't say anything.
Okay, so how you feeling today? Is your neck good today? Is your ass good today? Are your hips doing today? What's going on today?
What? My neck, what?
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're intact today. You're like, oh man, I'm just so in pain today. I just ain't with it today.
It was my knees. It wasn't my neck and all that stuff that you meant, my hips.
I know.
Just my knees. They felt better today. They're still in pain, but they felt better. I just have to get some shoes. I haven't gone to the mall to get some shoes or ordered them or anything, but I don't know if I can because I'm running out of money.
Well, what you been doing?
Paying for you.
Ooh, bitch.
Paying your stuff.
Not paying for it.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on, because not you over here paying for him, but over there trying to give your daughter the 3rd degree because she ain't finna pay her rent. Ooh.
About when I get ready to come home. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not rich.
No, I didn't say that. You should be able to go get you some shoes now. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Everything else okay with you?
Yeah, I'll be glad when I get my money back from that Dawn person.
Well, I already got somebody that I already looked up and everything, so I'll deal with that when I get out, because I got to have the paperwork, and that's why I got to get that stuff back from that officer, that detective, because they got my stuff in their bag. So I'm not worrying about that. They got to give me my stuff back, because that's a business operation. So so I got to get that back, but I'm leaving God's hand. I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah, definitely in God's.
So that's all. I'm good on that. He ain't feel me yet.
All right. So y'all just heard what they done sat up here and talked about, y'all. Okay, Miss Shirley. Talking about some this man got warrants. That's why you got picked up. You've got warrants. Yada yada yada. I'm sitting up here, girl. Not you been knowing this man been a piece of a troublemaker. Or maybe a whole lot of a troublemaker. And you just been over here riding. Listen, girl, if it took for Steve to call you out, for the people to pull out these phone calls and stuff, for you to come to your senses, I'm not mad at it. I mean, you might be upset about it because you're on display right now in front of everybody, but I think in the long run, you're going to be so grateful that pressure was applied to you. You were a bit exposed to whatever the case about your husband and stuff. So you could really face yourself in the mirror and see what you really look like. You know what I'm saying? So you can move on with your life and go out here and get better. Hopefully you do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Miss a girl, cause you was out here looking a whole lot of damn foolish. Talking about something you what she said, I'm not rich, it's expensive or whatever. What you been doing? I've been paying for you and just girl, I like y'all how he talks to her in comparison to how he talks with his mistress. I can't. But I will say this, he not even really into the mistress for real. He seems more like peppered up when he talks to the mistress versus when he talks to her. But when he talks to the mistress, it's more so on the angle of like a sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? And what he could probably get out of her. So even with that type of conversation, I don't even think he's really into the mistress like that either. He's just having somebody to pass time with while he's on the phone, but he needs Shirley to handle his legal affairs or whatever on the outside and continue to feed his commissary and all this other stuff. So I'm glad this was exposed. And I hope that you fall back. Now, girl, you done came to the social media to tell the people. Now, see, this is where I'm gonna have to clock Shirley. Shirley, are you there? Come to the door. I just want to talk. No, ma'am, it's not no Girl Scout cookies here, honey. Yeah, this is that sour stuff that you may not be able to really take. Okay. Now, Shirley, you came to us, ma'am, and you sat up there and you said that you were filing for a divorce or you were, paperwork was getting prepared for a divorce or whatever. But here's my thing. Why are you just not talking about the paperwork and stuff now? See, if you stopped talking to him at the top of the summer, I would have wanted to have heard, I've already filed for a divorce. I just need him to sign the papers. That's what I was looking forward to. So I feel like you kind of gooped me a little bit by sitting up there trying to say, I will be filing for a divorce, yada yada, whatever you said. And I'm like, ma'am, you should have been did that. I'm sure you found out about his mistress at least at the top of the summer or some girl. So come on now. Put that paperwork in. That should have been in before you even came to us about. That should have been your strawberry letter, your divorce papers. That's what that should have been, girl. Not you letting Jeezy beat you to the punch. No, ma'am. Go down there and get that fixed. Give yourself your free. Ain't nobody got time. But if that's what you want to do, girl, listen. Good luck. We wish you all the best, Miss Shirley, girl. We really, really do. All right. Now, let's go ahead and switch gears, okay? Gotta talk about this drama dealing with DJ Envy and girl, I'm laughing. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm kind of laughing on this side. And Tyrese. The reason why I'm chuckling is because I don't know what it is about 2023, but I really feel like Envy got something he gotta prove. Because Envy said, y'all not gonna continue to play with him. That's not what anybody is going to do anymore. Didn't he just have a back and forth with Rick Ross? Didn't he get into it with Gunplay over whatever that was? Him calling out the fact that Gunplay had asked for this GoFundMe or whatever, but then at the same time, Gunplay out here buying expensive jewelry for Rick Ross, a person that won't even sit up in the bed so he could put the jewelry on him. Yikes, okay? So he has that. And then there are these allegations out there where people are trying to say that Envy has scammed them out of some real estate money or some project that they're working on. Not sure how true that is, but that's just been some of the allegations and speculations that's been out here. I believe that DJ Envy sent a cease and desist to somebody that was over there talking about the situation, but girl, don't quote me. But either way, Envy has smoke for everybody in 2023. Okay. Envy said, I don't care who I was in 2020, try this today. That's the energy that is given. Okay. So Tyrese got the opportunity, from what I was thinking, Envy's long-term friend, Tyrese, okay, got the opportunity to come up to the Breakfast Club. He came up to the Breakfast Club and they began to talk. And I feel like the first 20 minutes, Envy got into some things. Okay. He did not like how, what's his name? He did not like how Tyrese was pretty much handling his wife. He did some inappropriate things. And then he kind of aired out the fact that the man was on medication. That kind of made me feel away just a bit, because I'm like, when I heard the snippet, I was like, did this man even mention it? Because it's like, why would y'all bring up his mental stuff? Like, why would y'all do that? And he just kept referencing it, kept speaking on it. So I was a little cringed, but I do have some audio here. I actually have a lot of audio that we're going to get into. So let's just go ahead and check out the initial interview and how some of this stuff got started on this week.
I honestly don't know what psych meds you were on. I honestly don't know what psych meds you were on. Text, I didn't like that. And I wanted to remember Tyrese as a person that was my brother and helped my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from you
got
until
the
we had a
text
conversation.
messages of the psych med, Tyrese?
He did. That's what it
You
was.
crazy? Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before.
Whoa. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let's try to add this audio again. I feel like it's kind of messing up a bit. So let's see if it'll play again. Just give it some time to sit up here and load. We'll get that back up.
I honestly don't know what psych meds you were on or who you were
do
during
know,
that point. I
'cause y'all
don't know.
reported it.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
called
know.
Rick Schulte. It fucked me
I
up.
don't know. I never had a conversation with you because I never wanted to see you like that. The person who spoke to me on these texts, spoke to my wife during that time at the text, I didn't like that. And I wanted to remember Tyrese as a person that was my brother and helped my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from
So
you
got
until
the
we had a
text
conversation.
messages of the psych med, Tyrese?
He did. That's what it
You
was.
crazy? Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before on that message.
Because you was talking crazy.
Whoa.
You know that. We had this conversation already.
Guys.
But he literally said, I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what I said
And I
that
believe
made you say that
But
or
to this
made
point,
you feel that way.
But to this point, I took a step back because I didn't know what you were going through, and I tried to talk to you, and I seen who you were, and I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried, and when I seen how you were talking this way, I said, I'm going to take a step back.
And when me and
How
Tyrese had a
convenient.
How convenient? Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, when the way you were talking, the way that you were.
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
It's right.
You should have
But I never
up.
talked to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talked to mine in a disrespectful manner. And I never told nobody that. Even when you were on, and you could say you were on those psych meds, and you could say that you weren't.
What you mean?
But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserved me to box your mouth.
Whoa,
and I didn't.
No.
We were talking
Envy
because
about
this
that
is
action.
something that I never wanted to say. And since he wants to be, well, why Envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking to psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation and said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said it. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds, and this is what it was.
This was
And
longer
that's
than a
why
month ago.
Yeah, that's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to remember my brother as that. And maybe you were going through problems. So if somebody if I talk to your wife, disrespectful, I don't expect for you to come check on me.
Okay.
And that's how I felt at that time.
You did that to a lot of people, though, Ty.
But maybe y'all should have had this conversation.
No, listen.
This is great. We have it when God wants us to have it.
That's it. And I'm going to say this, because this is not the first time I've said this. The things that I said and did, the people that I rubbed the wrong way, the things that I posted, my conduct overall that was literally out of my control. I've literally prayed that people can find it in their heart to not hold me to something that I said and did while I was literally out of my mind.
Child, good night. Not hold you to the things that you said when you were literally out your mind. Like, I get that. I understand that you were on meds and stuff. But at the same time, some part of me feel like you were fully aware of a lot of your actions and what you were doing. I do feel like you be trolling the people and stuff, and you be over here crying and this and that, be seeking sympathy and all that. But at the same time, you know what the you be doing. So I don't know. I was kind of in the middle because I was like, two fools arguing, two fools feeling away. And the reason why I say that is because we about to get into more. Okay. So this is Tyrese responding after he had time, I guess, to digest the entire situation and everything that happened on the Breakfast Club. He decided that, he wanted to put out a video where he, is emotional, because that's one thing about Tyrese. He not going to shy away from showing his emotions and crying on the gram. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get that up.
Lost count of the amount of times that he's contributed to the stresses in and around my mental health. From being insensitive or just deciding to talk about a man that he actually knows. No. The moment that he said, I should box you in your mouth or whatever the was, it took everything in me to stay seated in that seat. Charlemagne was
I just want to insert, because I told y'all that. I told y'all Tyrese was sitting up there trying to act like he was all composed and he could take everything that Envy was saying, but it really wasn't giving that. He looked like he wanted to jump up and slap the dog out of him. And then somebody told me that I probably was reaching. Well, girl, how far are we reaching now? We reaching all the way from Monday to Friday because they've been going back and forth all motherfucking week. So how far is it today?
Clever, because he knew that they've been going at me for 5 years. And I've responded only a few times publicly, but for the most part, they knew that I was coming. And they knew that we was gonna have that conversation. So everybody that's speaking to the same thing that I've spoke to, you're this voice, you've got books, you're this champion, outspoken man that represents all things mental health. Never said he was my friend, never said we were childhood homies. But like I mentioned to Envy, I feel like I know y'all enough to have some type of an expectation of you guys to just have a heart and just simply be able to say, man, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to come home to an empty house, no wife, and your child get taken from you while you're out of town. Just have a heart.
Girl,
do your job, talk your shit. I get it. But never lose sight of mental health and never lose sight of what it must, not what it feels like to go home to no wife, what it must feel. See, when you actually have empathy and you have a heart, you put yourself in other people's shoes.
No. I don't mean to laugh, but I was just a little confused because it sounded like he was, seeking sympathy, of course, but then it seemed like he mentioned that he didn't say this man was a friend. Like, I didn't say he was a friend or childhood homie. That had me confused. And then we went from what happened on the Breakfast Club to you saying have what grace or some or whatever for your child being snatched out your home. And I'm not gonna, I was lost. On top of struggling to hear what you were saying because you're trying to whisper for whatever reason. Okay. So that was a lot. Well, here's more because DJ Envy had to come back. Okay. DJ Envy came back. And I think this might be the one where he and his wife may have had some things to say. So I think this might be the one. So let me get that one up here, where the wife kind of goes into detail as to the real issue.
So to answer Tyrese, yes, he was blocked. And the reason I know he was blocked is because he had Charlamagne and myself on a group text, and I never replied because I didn't see it. He did speak to my wife, and he wanted me and my wife to go on live, and he wanted to ish on his ex Samantha. He wanted to ish on his wife. And I actually texted him and I said, good morning. No, I'm passing on this. I prayed on it. Wasn't in the card. Stay blessed. Have an amazing day. Right? Because I didn't want to be a part of him ishing on his wife. Right? So then he said I was lying and he never said anything disrespectful to my wife. Well, what he actually did was when they were talking, he was one of those dudes. And we all know that guy that tries to plant those seeds. If you had a man like me, it wouldn't have went down like that. I would have never. And I never said anything. And I'm going to tell you why I never said anything. I never said anything because, yes, Tyrese was there and he did help save my marriage. And I was like, I just don't want to ish on that. So I just kept it quiet and I just stepped away from him. Because it's difficult because you have somebody that helped, but then you also have somebody that's trying to hurt. But me and my wife he opened us up to a place where you know, we were able to fix our relationship and fix our marriage. And our marriage is even stronger now. Then I got a text, July 8th, 2022. You got the text? I just sent you the text, right? That's somebody that works for Tyrese. You see that text?
I'm looking at the text.
Now, I never mentioned anything to anybody that he flirted with my wife. What does that text say?
I'm not reading this.
It says, yo, DJ Envy blessings. Stay away from Tyrese, bro. He tried to destroy my marriage and career. He will do the same to y'all. Please, I'm open to talk to you. I'm not trying to gain anything from this. I'm just sick of the devil, and I refuse to know what I know and not tell good people what's up with that cat. Please stay away. He will try and get your wife. What's the date of that?
July 8th, 2022.
July 8th, 2022. So
it actually says, please stay away. He will try to get you and your wife.
Right.
Okay. Number one, I do believe that Tyrese did and said exactly what Envy said. I can see him saying, see, if you had a man like me, because I would never, like, that's how it slowly starts. You slowly start to definitely, like even Envy said, plant seeds of manipulation. Even though you help them to come together, that's what you wanted for them at that time. But as you spend more time getting to know his wife, like, it's giving you got a hidden agenda. But then my question does become this, Envy. At what point did you start to see that it was an issue? Did you see that it was an issue before you got this text message from this man, or did that man hit you up and plant a seed in your head that Tyrese may be trying to come on to your wife? Because you and Gia like to act like y'all are so open. So if y'all are so open with how long you guys have been together, I'm sure she's always told you some of the things that Tyrese has said to her, if not all, because she's also going to go on and talk about how she's been in the bed with you. So you're right there in the room with her as she's talking to Tyrese. So if she hasn't told you everything, then I hate to say it, then you might have to question her too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, why did she say that? I'm just trying to figure out at what point was the seed planted in your head. Was it before this person DM'd you, or was it after? That's what I'm not necessarily sure about, but let's go ahead and continue to listen.
Shut up. But that just shows that's him as a person. Then the guy, he posts his picture and tells you his name, tell you who his wife is, tell you the people he knows. He says, I want you to be real, because that's what Tyrese did. He did it to me, flirted with my wife, and he's doing it with you. He had no idea, because I don't even know this gentleman.
I don't know why y'all didn't have that conversation when he was just up here.
Because I didn't want to disrespect him. I was like, I'm just gonna tell him what it is.
You lying, because you already had disrespected him. You said you should have boxed the man in his house. In his mouth. Then you turn around and said he was disrespectful as shit or whatever to the wife. So you had already disrespected him. Then you kept throwing his meds in his face. So you should have just really went all the way there. And Haki, so should Tyrese. Tyrese should have did the same thing. Don't be getting on live with us over there leaning to the side to wipe your damn tears to come back and explain a story that we still confused about. Like, if that's y'all could have had this conversation in, you was there for an hour and a half. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, girl, it's giving two fools. My other question is this, Envy. It's I hate to keep throwing your past in your face, but the question is, you know how cheaters move, huh? So you must knew how he was moving. Because once Tyrese married at this time, so you must know how they move also for you to know what he was doing. But again, did it come before or after the seed was sent to your email? Is the question that I had. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
And leave it at that. He apologized and he said it was the psych meds. Remember, it's the psych meds. Oh my gosh, I would never. Bull-ish. Let's call my wife, please.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are. Can you explain to the people why we stopped talking to Tyrese?
Well, we stopped talking to Tyrese on 2 different occasions. Once, many, many years ago, when he did do that amazing thing for us. He and I became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. And a lot of times you'd be laying in the bed next to me while I was talking to him. And at first, everything was cool, but for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed. And you felt as though lines were being crossed, and we both decided that we were going to take a step back. And, you know, there was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset, and let me know what his expectations were of me. And, you know, at that time, I didn't feel as though he was going through any mental issues. I didn't feel as though he was facing any mental challenges at that time. I know that he does go through things, and I know that he has been on medication, but at that time I felt as though he was very clear-minded and everything seemed cool. But when I started to feel uncomfortable and you started to feel uncomfortable, we took a step back.
Well, what lines were crossed? Because people would be like, well, what lines did he cross?
You know, I don't really feel comfortable being specific because at the same time, I still do have a respect for him. I know that you still do have a respect for him. I would feel more comfortable just being general and saying that, you know, there was flirting and inappropriate compliments for a woman who's married.
Okay. I respect that.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I don't have respect for him though, but yeah, no, I get it and you do it. And, you know, I appreciate that.
All right. So y'all just heard what she said, right? So when she says that he would demand more, he would be angry, upset, all of that, and demand more and like have certain expectations of her. I do believe that. I definitely believe that. But I feel like what's kind of getting me, y'all, and y'all, let me know, in my head is the term flirting. So when I hear flirting, that means that that's something a person has done more than one time. So I just got, you know, some questions. At what point did you realize that that's what he was doing, that he was flirting? And why did you continue to engage and be in conversation with him? And it's giving like when he would get upset and demand more from you, I feel like you would provide that. Now I'm on the outside looking in, so this is just my opinion, but I feel like you would provide that in the effort to accommodate him. And I feel like you would do that based on how you were with Envy and when you talked about how y'all were when y'all were younger and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Envy been playing on your top for many years. He may have calmed the hell down, but I feel like he played on your top for many years, and it was more so about you fitting into his box versus, you know, than vice versa. So I feel like you may embody that to where when Tyrese came at you sideways, you kind of fell in line just a little bit, because I'm just not going to sit on the phone with our mutual guy friend the whole time while my sitting next to me. Like, I don't know. I mean, at some point, when you going to tell her to hang up? Like, something ain't adding up. I'm just like, it's the calculator has broken down. Okay. I need to get a new battery, and I need one of y'all to put it in, because it's not, I'm not on nobody's side with this story, baby. Because y'all all got me on some other shit. Like, what's happening here? Okay. Y'all trying to make him the villain. He trying to make y'all the villain. Tyrese whole thing is like, baby, had you not been a dog ass cheater, I would have never been in your business to begin with. That's your insecurity that you was feeling, that you trying to put that off on me. Okay, so that's what it was. It's just weird. It's a lot. Okay, but let's get into more because Tyrese puts this post up along with some audio that we will get into, right? But Tyrese puts this post up and he says, since we out here trying to go viral, threatening live on the air, let's unpack this all. However way you and y'all respond, I'm done. Have fun. Milk it into ratings and more blogs. What I'm never gonna do until I take my last breath is let anyone question my integrity, attack my character, and be out here reckless on some random FS. He says, I would strongly suggest you tread lightly. Not the guy from Watts trying to come out. He says, I don't do cease and desist letters. I don't deal with lawyers. I don't snitch. I don't gaslight. I want to fuck up. Not you want to fuck up. I don't gaslight. I want to fuck up, and I'll make a mistake. He says, I can tell my own self under the bus. What, you could tell your own self under the bus, or you mean you could throw your own self under the bus? He says, you decide on your own what level we're gonna take it to from here. I want all the smoke, you beige nigga, is what he says. Okay, and then once he put this post up, he also added more to his story. I believe it was his IG story. So let me go ahead and get that together so we can hear what he got to say about that, because that he had a lot to say. I don't think Envy has responded just yet, but he definitely wanted to get into more things.
You know how you said, I don't give a fuck about nothing. If anybody disrespect my wife, and then you ran down all your kids' names, you said, I don't give a fuck who you are, what it is. When it comes to my wife and my family, I don't play no games. You goofy.
Whoa.
No one has disrespected your wife and your family more than you.
Ooh.
You know the most dangerous thing about me? Is I know what I know about the level you took it to. I'll leave it at that. So all of a sudden, when it comes to your wife and your family, that's off limits. I don't play no games. I'll fucking be ready to shoot, stab, and kill when it comes to my wife and my family. But no violated and disrespected the shit out of your first lady and your family more than you. Put a pin in that. I'm not on the air, am I? Yes, you're on the air. When you called, she answered because you called her from the hotline number at the radio station. That's how it works. Everybody can see through the. Let me explain something to you, sir. Any real man who's ever been married, got a fiance, a girl, a baby mama, most real men, most don't play no games when it comes to their girl or their wife ever disrespected or violated by another man. Y'all's story is all over the place. It's so all over the place that y'all don't even realize that what you said at 5:01 is very different than what you're saying at 5:03. DJ Envy, you know how much your net worth is, right? You know you don't have a prenuptial agreement in place, right? You know you got about 6 or 7 kids, right? You know that everything about everything pertaining to your world was about to come crashing down. And for some random, strange, odd, unexpected reason, I did exactly what God told me to do.
Now,
and they say that no good deed shall go unpunished. And I'm experiencing this shit right now in real time. You know why you called into the airwaves, bro? Because you got exposed in your living room. When I said, how convenient, you could not sit there and look me as a man in my eyes and tell me with real honesty and integrity why my divorce has been a mockery and a funny joke and a topic of discussion at the Breakfast Club. You and Charlemagne talking about mental health awareness. Are we going to be advocates for mental health awareness, or are we out here trying to f people mental health up because you're giving out donkeys of the day and attacking people and going to people's issues and breakups and marriages and financial traumas and all of the things? Yeah, you got a job to do. I got it. You're in radio. You got to report the news. I got all that. I got it. But you cannot be pumping and perpetuating mental health and mental health awareness and then be out here fucking people mental health up.
Child.
I don't have mental health issues.
You don't?
I had a mental health breakdown because I was given psych meds that had extreme adverse effects. If I'm in a studio and smoking weed, you'll see me sleep on the couch. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything. Anything that has to do with me being exposed to anything, I'm gonna be wiped out. You got a bottom line about never disrespecting your family. That's a general consensus. I think every man in the world feels that exact same way. But ask your how do you disrespect your wife and your family the most and try and hold another man to a particular standard? And how do I go above and beyond to be used to step in to do whatever it is that I did to try and help? You guys ultimately still did all the work. You guys still decided to stick to your vows. Let me remind you, through thick and thin, for better, for worse, sickness and health till death do us part. We can say a lot of things, but we can't say that you ain't got a real wife over there that's really got your back.
Oh, honey, Tyrese, thank you so much for the super chat. Not you, beige and ninja, coming from the colorist Tyrese. Thank you so much, T, for the super chat, girl. And see, listen, no shade, but that's another reason how I knew that he was coming for Gia, because I just feel like that's right up his alley. That is his type. He has switched his type. Okay, I guess they weren't doing him right. He had to switch his type, but either way, that's what's being said. Now, after he does this long, gives us this long response going in on Envy, and it's safe to say that friendship is kaput, girl. It is over. It is done. Okay. Especially you reminding this man of how much of a cheetah he is. Okay. But then I kind of feel like, Tyrese, that don't make you no better. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's giving two fools arguing, two fools bickering. You know, y'all are both flawed the hell out. But anywho, Tyrese gives us this long statement, then goes over on his social media to make even more statements. So let's get into what he had to say. He says, never forget, no good deed goes unpunished. Those who help others often suffer as a result of their helpfulness. Lesson learned. I'm done it. I guess he meant to say he done with it. Y'all have fun. Back to the vocal booth to finish this album. CTG, Charlemagne the God, said it best. The lies will never matter more than the truth. He says, I'm aggressive, not passive aggressive. Baby, clock. You was giving every bit of passive sitting in this man's face, because you could have got aggressive and clocked him doing this interview, but you didn't do that. So I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. He says, if any man were to ever disrespect my wife, I wouldn't still be in touch with him in any capacity and try and confront me 6 years later. Ooh. And see, this is where I have my question. At what point did ENV see that this was an issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, was it way back then? Or like when, what, you know what I'm saying? When was it? Or was it after the man hit you up and told you about Tyrese? Like, I don't know, but let's keep going. All right. He says, and we've all been in touch this whole time. The only drama I have in my life is BM drama and divorce drama. I don't bother nobody. I disrespect no one. I'm sorry if I let anyone down from addressing this. I just couldn't let this one roll off my back. Y'all have fun. He wanted to go viral from threatening me and calling himself confronting me while the cameras was rolling. Listen, I feel like, okay, now listen, y'all both is fools, but I feel like you kind of got a little piece of a point, because that really could have been a call that he had on the phone, but he was waiting for his opportunity to flex up on air, which is just making me raise my eyebrows a bit because of how Envy has shown up on the show these past few months, because everybody can get it. Okay, Envy been giving everybody smoke, and I feel like he doing that to let people know don't play on his name or whatever. And then also, y'all ain't got Angela Yee there no more, so are you feeling the need to overperform or something? Like, what is that? What is that really about? But I mean, everybody got a breaking point. Come on, Carrie Hilson. Every woman got a breaking point. We see Gil's not at hers, but Envy is at his. So let's keep going. They're saying he says 6 years of silence, question mark. Girl, I'm so sick of this. Is so bad. He says 6 years of silence, question mark. Now this, nah, bro, real Watts NIGGA here. Okay, right here. I'm not having it. See you soon. Okay. Was there anything else that I missed? Okay, yeah, no, that's what he said. Okay, so then he also reposts this, where Glock, what is this? Glock Topics says, after Tyrese was instrumental in helping DJ Envy with his marriage, after he cheated on his wife with Erica Mena, okay, Tyrese felt some way that Envy showed no grace when it came to reporting his divorce news, which Envy says didn't happen because Tyrese disrespected his wife. So Tyrese says this interview sucks because he's clearly admitting to mental health issues, and they are joking and unsympathetic. DJ Envy wrong for that, but hopefully Tyrese learned his lesson that people won't go over and beyond for you like you did for them. Okay, so this was a repost from Tyrese. Okay, so I feel like y'all kind of both played yourselves in that situation. I think it was handled extremely poorly. I feel like it could have been a conversation, and it also could have been maybe even a misunderstanding. Possibly. I don't think it really was a misunderstanding for real, but I do. I would like to know why continue to engage in a conversation when you felt as though the passes that man was making at you were like inappropriate, lines were being crossed and all of that. So it seems like you were giving him opportunity to continue to consult with you. Now, some part of me is this: I ain't kind of mad at you, Gil. Girl, I'm not coming down your back. I'm not coming down your back. Okay? I'm not gonna do that. Because we don't know what Drew said. I don't know what Ralph was out here doing. Hello? So we don't know what Envy was out here doing. So I'm not gonna come down your back for that, for continuing to entertain the conversation just a little bit, honey. But don't be trying to come to the front and make it seem like it was a big problem, girl, when you ain't mind talking to that man while your man sitting right next to you. Because ain't no way this man gonna be making passes at me, and then I'm sitting up here still talking to this man while my man sitting next to me. Ma'am, but I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want to do because y'all rich or whatever y'all like to call it these days. But either way, honey, good luck. That's all that I have at this time, honey. Thank you so much, S. Brown, for the super chat. I just clicked on this video so fast. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. All right. So that's all that I have. I thank you guys so much for joining me today. We got into quite a few things. Yeah. Make sure you guys are coming in, liking up the video. We had over 1,500 people in the chat, so hopefully we can get at least 1,000 likes. That would be great. Definitely share the video. I'd appreciate that. Feel free to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.